Hi, everyone, and welcome to our monthly case study. In this case study, we'll be looking at fire management and mitigation in Boulder County. And that's actually where we're located here in Colorado, in the city of Boulder. And the county itself actually extends quite a bit into the nearby forest. Boulder, for those of you who don't know, sits right on the edge of the Rockies. So while that makes for a beautiful, beautiful place to live, it also poses several challenges. And one of the biggest of those challenges is dealing with wildfires. In fact, the type of environment we have outside of Boulder is uh, in need of wildfires and requires wildfires in order for certain seeds to blossom and grow, as well as to clear the undergrowth and make way for new trees in general. So the environment is actually built to uh, survive wildfires, and wildfires, ironically, actually help it out. Of course, as more and more people live in the nearby woodlands or even down in town, there are more and more risks posed with this wildfire possibility always looming on the horizon. Um, there are so many fires in Colorado, and they're so common in the Boulder area that rather than having one fire district, we are broken up into many. And a big question that a lot of people have is, which one am I within the jurisdiction of? If I trim my trees or get rid of shrubs or any other flammable material, where can I go to deposit that, and so forth. So in Boulder, and without going into too much detail, as we mentioned, there are many people who live up in the woods. This line right here, which is really just a designation of open forest or national forest, gives you a rough idea of where the Rockies start. So you can see all the dense population out in here, and then it starts to thin out. And these are all canyons and little ravines and whatnot, and mountainsides that people live on. These are all the building footprints for all the homes up there. But even in this small area, there's several fire districts, and each fire district, for the most part, has a chipping station, and that is a station where you can bring larger logs or debris and have it chipped down and either composted or donated to farmers or in some other way used, but essentially cleared off your land for free. Um, in this case study, a big question for a lot of people is where's the nearest one, and more importantly than even just chipping, if a fire happens, what's my best way out? Where's my nearest fire department, and what have you? So, a way that Map Mavin would be able to be used by a fire department is exceedingly simple in terms of what the map would look like, but very powerful in terms of the value it would provide to local residents. So, right now, I'm zoomed over a hilly area right outside of Boulder, and probably some of this is actually within. All right, so here's the city boundary. It answers my question. So just outside the city, but within the Boulder County limits. And if I am a particular fire district, let's say I'm the Boulder Valley District, and I'm just making this up as I go, although I do believe there is a Boulder Valley District, I could easily invite people with our screen share feature right here and have them look in to this live chat, hover over a given area of the town. People could even be chatting in and asking questions about their particular home. And if they wanted to, and if they're given admin privileges by the fire department, they could actually control the screen and go to an area and then ask questions. And then using this chat feature over on the right, they could communicate with other people in the neighborhood who are in that live screen share session and ask questions of the fire department officials who are leading the screen share session. But quite simply, if I were the fire official, I would simply go over an area where we know that we're going to have a chipping station. I would use our point tool. I'd probably change how it looked a little bit. And again, it doesn't need to be complicated or anything like that, but at least visible enough to where it stands out on the map. We'll go with yellow. All right. And I can then simply place those at the chipping station centers in that neighborhood. And if anyone in this group, and obviously this is hypothetical, but if anyone were in this group and had questions, they could easily chat in, ask about what you're allowed to drop off, what times the chipping station is open, when during the year, etc., etc. So that's obviously a very simple use of Map Mavin, but it just goes to show how powerful the ability to have everyone on one centralized map can really be. And before I log out, I'm going to change that color to red because I am embarrassed that it is the exact same color as all the other layers. And there we go. Now you can see where those chipping stations would be. And if you wanted to get more complicated as a fire department, you could actually load in shape files that would show the boundaries of your given fire district and show people where the other nearby districts are. You could even get as technical as having fire risk mapped out with a heat map or some other type of map layered over. And in the coming lessons, I will happily show you how you can do that and quote unquote trick out your Map Mavin map. Thank you. And if you have any questions, as always, please reach out to me, Fletcher at apollomapping.com. Thanks.